Free your body and your mind.
Alright guys, so the next section that we're gonna build is the album section. So this is his latest album that he is selling right now, so we're gonna create that section. Okay, so to get started, let's just do the HTML, just how I like to do it. I'll start with the HTML, keep everything simple. Okay, close the last sections. Okay, so we could have some extra space of things. So okay, now come here, create let's say section dot or section like ID, and let's put in album. Oops, there you go, album. So now the next thing that we need, what is it? We're gonna have a title. We're gonna have two sections, so you got two sections in here. Okay, got one here, one here. Okay, left and right. We could do either CSS grid or flex boxes, it's up to you. Okay, so we got two sections. One section is gonna have a title, then the albums, and then the logo of the streaming services where you could get the album. So let's do that right now. Let's start with the first section. So here we're gonna put in let's say a div called info, and here we're gonna have, let's say, a title. Oops, okay, so it's not letting me because of how things are, so let me just put a div title. Oh my god, this is so annoying, like, because there's a title tag and things like, oh, there's a title. Okay, whatever, so let's just do it manually. Let's just say div title. Sometimes, you know, Emmet doesn't work perfectly, especially when the browser, or sorry, the editor already have like set things by default, so sometimes it messes us up. So here we're gonna say day 6ix9ine. Oh my god, day 6ix9ine. Okay, day 6ix9ine. Okay, and then we have singles. So singles. Okay, so that's gonna be a section called singles, and then for each one of these there's gonna be let's see, a li. So we're gonna say li. We will actually change this to be ul. Okay, and then here we're gonna put in all the singles. So let me move this to the side so we can see them. Okay, hold on, there you go. So we got, which ones we got? We got Gummo. Let me just do this like this, li times 5. Okay, so we got Gummo, Gotti, Kuda, Rondo, Kiki, Billy. Okay, save that. Next thing that we have is the streaming services. So I'm just gonna call this logos, and then for each one of these, should have done it the other way. I should have just went like this, put in ul and then logos. Okay, so now here we're gonna put in li times 6, so 6 LIs, and here's what we're gonna put in the images of the logos. Okay, image source. For now I'm just gonna put in the tags because I don't even know where the image is. We're gonna have to get it from the internet. Okay, so for now I'm just gonna leave it like that. Okay, until later on we put in some actual images there. Okay, so we got this whole section done. Now the next thing that we want to do is the next section, which is the album. So we're gonna say div class album cover, close the div, and then inside we're gonna put in another image. So here we're gonna put in where is it? This is the actual album. I put in another image there, but that's actually the album. So we're gonna put in album, is it image, well, slash image slash album dot JPEG. Okay, save that. And I'm pretty sure we already have all the HTML done. Okay, now it's about putting in the styles. So let's come down here, let's close this, and we're gonna come to this, come down here, do, let's say it was an album, the ID of album. Let me make sure that's what we put. Yeah, ID of album. So, or we could just put music. Let's put music, lowercase. So we put music, change this to music. Okay, just in case later on he drops another album, we could add it to that same section. So we just have music. Okay, so now in here we have one that's called info, right? Another one that's called album cover. Album cover. Okay, now what we're gonna do in here for this music, we're gonna say display flex. Okay, we should also put this inside of a container. I totally forgot this again. So here we're gonna put a container like that, and then copy everything that's inside of info and inside of album cover, cut it and paste inside. Okay, save that. Okay, now the next thing that we're gonna do, so we got music, this is flex. No, we want this to be inside of container. So the container is gonna be the one that's gonna have everything inside of it displaying flex. Okay, see how it is. Now what we want to do is for both info and album cover, we're gonna say width 50%. Okay, width 50%, width 50%. Okay, perfect. All right, now the next thing that we want, so we got this is like that. Next thing that we want to do, I'm gonna put in here for the image to be 50%. With 50% of the element, so it won't be that big. Okay, now next thing that we also want to do, let me see. Okay, cool. So inside of album cover, I'm gonna put this as display flex. Now to center it right in the middle, we're gonna say justify content centered and align items centered. Save that, and that centers it. Okay, and now the next thing that we want to do is work on the info section. So let's open this up right here and let's look at this. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna make this into let's see, we got the title. So first of all, let's start with the title on the info. So we're gonna say title, let's say font size, let's say 2 rem, right? We'll probably tweak it later. Font weight, let's put in like maybe 500. Okay. Next thing that we're gonna put in, oh, we forgot about this section, 6 top 100 singles. So let me see how we're gonna do this. Where is it? I'm gonna just copy this and paste it here, and I'm gonna put in subtitle. So I'm gonna say 6 top 100 singles. Save that. Cool. All right, cool. Now the next thing that we want, so we got day 6ix9ine, Okay, we got the title. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna put this to be text align centered. Text align centered. We're gonna make this font size 0.8 rems, and the font weight is gonna be, let's say 300. I'm gonna change this to 700, so it could be thick, and we could know, like, hey, that's the title itself. Okay, so let's see, why isn't this changing? Let me see. Okay, that's why. This subtitle. Okay, there you go. So that's how we want it. Now, the next thing that I want to do here is basically create this UL of singles. Okay, so let me see, subtitle, we got the title, subtitle. Okay, here we need the UL of what was it? Singles. So singles, we're gonna make each single into display grid, and then in here we're gonna say grid template columns. Let's say 50%. Save that. Okay, let's scroll down. Let me see. So we got ul.singles. Hold on. Why is it not changes? Okay, subtitle. Let me try removing this. Okay. And there you go. So that's what we want. All right. Let me see something. Okay. All right. So that's fine. Let me see something. I'm going to say width, say 400 pixels, margin 0, auto. You know what? Take this out, save this, and what we're gonna do is on the info, we're gonna say display flex, flex direction. We're gonna say column. Okay, flex direction column. And then I'm gonna say justify content centered. Oops. Hold on. Where is it? Flex direction center. Save. Okay. Currently, it's not being set up how I want it. Make sure this thing is on a container. Yes, it's inside of the container. See, I'm gonna put in padding 0.50 pixels left and right. Save that. Okay, so now it's all aligned where I want it to. See, align items centered. Okay, all right, so we got everything that we want. Now I'm gonna do on this, I'm gonna put in padding 80 pixels top and bottom, 0 left and right. Okay, so that's fine. Next thing that we want to do, we want to start giving this things space. So and also change the font size. So we're going to change this to font size 3. Okay, there's 6ix9ine, that's fine. This we're going to change it to font size 2 rems. I'm going to say text transform uppercase, font weight of 500. Okay. Now the next thing that we want to do, we want to bring this down, give this some space. So I know the subtitle's a little bit different, but that's fine. It's because I'm actually seeing like I want the subtitle to be bigger. So let me see what else. So we got this. Then we got the singles, which is the LIs. So let's come here. We're gonna say LI. Font size, let's say 1.5 rem. Save that. Okay. Font weight, say 300. Okay. Now what we're going to do, we're gonna give some space between these. So I'm gonna put in margin bottom on this, say 100 pixels. Okay, 100 pixels on that one. Okay, that's looking good. Okay. All right. So let me see, where is it? Singles, LI. I'll put in text align centered. Okay. Now we're also going to put in margin bottom of 20 pixels. Okay. So this is looking good. It's a little bit different than what we have here, but it's fine. It's because I'm noticing certain things that are in the design. This is like a prototype. Everything that we have here is a prototype as far as the website itself. What we're gonna see on the website is gonna be the finalized version. I usually do it like that. Like I get ideas in the design, but then once I start coding it, then I really fine tune it. Okay, so let me see what else we have. We got this. Now we're missing the logos, so I'm just gonna get iTunes Music logo. Okay, images, I think, what was it, link? There was this a thing that they have. So let me see. worldstarhiphop.com. Say Gotti. Put Gotti like that. I think it's ink.2. Okay, so this has all the logos that we're gonna need. So I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna inspect this, and I'm gonna get the logos from here. So next thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna come to here. We're gonna put this right here. We just get the logos of different online stores to stream it or to buy it. All right. Okay, it's a lot of freaking logos. So copying this, and there you go, saved. Now let's go back to our website. So we have all the logos here. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing. All right. Let me see. So there's the album covers. Let me see what we name this. Logos, right? So singles. Right here we got logos. Hold on, let me make sure I'm not inside of something else. Okay, this yeah, that's where we need to put it. Logos inside of info. So here we're gonna come in. We're gonna say display grid, and then we're gonna say grid template columns. Grid template columns. Okay, grid template columns. And then here, I believe it's repeat 3 1FR. I think that's how it is. Can't really remember the syntax. Yes, I think that's it. Okay, repeat 3 1FR. And then we're gonna say grid gap. And we're gonna say 15 pixels. In fact, let's give in a little bit more than that. 20 pixels. Okay. So we got all of them here. Now, we're gonna give this some space. So for the singles, we're gonna come here, we're gonna say margin bottom 80 pixels. Okay. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna change the background. All right, so we're gonna do everything that we did before. Same thing that we did before, we're gonna do it again. Remember how we did the gradient right here? We're gonna do the same thing, but on this section. So we could get this from the top section. So we got blur background. We put position relative on the parent and then the blur background. Okay. So let's go all the way to the bottom. Come here. Let's look at the beginning, the ID of music. So we're gonna say position relative. We're gonna remove this height. We're gonna come here and this is the blur background. So this we're just gonna say height 100%. Okay. Now we don't have a blur background right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pretty much come here, create a div, put a class, call it blurred background. Okay, save that, and there we go. So that's what we have. Okay, currently. All right, now what we have here, this container, we're gonna come here and we're gonna basically say position absolute on the container. We're gonna say z index 3, and there we go. So now we have what we want. But let me see something, because where is it? The blurred background. Let's see, blurred background is too small. You see that? Blurred background is definitely too small. So we have to do some changes here. Okay. So to get this effect how we want it, with all of these elements, we're gonna have to do a couple of changes. Okay. So to do this, we're gonna have to set up the HTML a little bit different. So let me close this up here. So we got the blur background like this. I'm gonna put inside of this. No, I can't do that. I totally forgot. I can't do that. So let's see, container. Okay. All right, hold on, because the issue is that we gotta tell how big is the elements inside of it. So let me see. Blur background. It's 100%. Let me see. Blur background 100%. Okay, I just remember something. So for us to be able to have this blur background, know how big this container is, what we're gonna do is we're basically, instead of putting absolute, because absolute kind of removes it from the space, what we're going to do is we're gonna make this position relative, and we're gonna say z index 3, and that should fix everything. And there you go. Okay, that gives us exactly the effect that we want. Now next thing that we want to do is, let me come back here instead of that one. We want to actually change this to yellow. Okay, so let's do this right now. Let me get, what's the color? Copy this from here. I know guys, I still got to activate this Windows. I know it's annoying. I'm gonna do it probably this week. I have a USB stick that's supposed to, I already paid for it. I just don't want to pay for it twice. I had it in another computer, so I'm trying to figure out how to remove the license from that computer to this one. And I'm not a Windows computer user, so I'm trying to figure it out. So don't judge. All right. So let me see. Okay. Where were we? Okay. We got to change this thing, the colors of it. So what are the colors? So in RGB is 255, 253, 60. So let me see. 255, 253, 60. Okay, so let me just copy this from here and paste this here. Okay, let me see. Paste this right here. Paste this right there. Paste this right there. Let me save that. Let's see how that looks. Okay. I'm gonna Control Z, change this back, save this. Okay, there's a little bit too much. It's not what we want. So change this to this, change this to that, save that. I think like the colors are in this thing is like a grayish. Could put in like a grayish, but it's fine. For now, this is fine. So what we're gonna do, we're also gonna change the background. Instead of that one, the image top, we're gonna change it to what was it? Album 6ix9ine. Okay, there you go. Now on this, I'm gonna change this to, put this at 20%. Okay, there you go. So that's what we want. So we want like this, or yellow, and then this one we just put at 20%, and then now we get that nice effect there. Okay. All right, cool. What's the next thing that we need here? Let me see. Oh, we got that. Stay 6ix9ine. We want to make this a little bit smaller. So the subtitle, put at 1.8 or 1.7. Okay, 6 top 100 singles. Okay, cool. I want to give this a little bit more space. So on the title, so margin, bottom, let's put in 10 pixels margin at the bottom, or 15 pixels. Yes. So there we go. All right. So we are good, guys. We got the first part, bio, latest video, day 6ix9ine, the album, and we got all of the different icons here. Okay. So we are good to go. We're done with this section. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
This video is brought to you by CodingPhase.com and all of its members. Make sure you go visit the website. It's the only place where you're going to learn how to become a web developer with real projects. Take it from me. It's your boy